Speaking of that market sell-off, the Dow losing nearly 2,000 points just in the last 2 trading days. It happens as the Democratic candidates for president are getting set tonight to take the stage for the 10th debate of the 2020 election cycle. Here now is Michael Nutter, as a national political co-chairman for the Bloomberg campaign. He's also the former mayor of the city of Philadelphia. Thank you, sir, for coming on from the Bloomberg Headquarters, second debate for your candidate, and obviously there will be a lot of focus and pressure on him. I want to ask you about how he might improve upon the first performance. But first, given the market decline, which is obviously what we're focused on here the last couple of days, is there an area there where you can politically capitalize possibly, or talk about your experience if you're a Mike Bloomberg and handling the economy, given what's happened here just in the last couple of days, do you think?
Sure. Well, I mean, the debates are all a function of not only what the question is, but, kind of where all the candidates steer themselves. There certainly should be some discussion about the economy. And 2,000 points in 2 days is significant, no matter what. And so, again, when you look at Mike's record, building a business literally from the ground up, successful for nearly 40 years, knows the national economy, the world economy, is recognized as a leader, champion in the industry, and knows finance and other ministers around the world.
Now, he's got to improve, like he would say, and he did say the other day in his first debate performance, to say that wasn't my best or something to that effect. The question of non-disclosure agreements at his company came up. He wasn't ready for it. A couple of days later, puts out a statement on what he's going to do about it. But then I think it was just yesterday, his longtime partner Diana Taylor was asked by CBS what she would say to people who still have concerns about the former mayor's comments about women and the like. And she said, and I'm quoting her, "It was 30 years ago. Get over it." If he's asked about that tonight, what's the answer? Should people be getting over it? What's he going to say?
Well, I think, again, Connell, there's, of course, always context to that. That was Diana responded to the actual question that was asked. She talked about the culture, I guess, kind of back in the day in the finance industry. She's an accomplished,
she worked in it, and she said, "Oh, I worked in it myself, and it was a bro culture." No,
but she answered the actual question first, saying that, I've known this man for a long time. That's not who he is, certainly today, and does not tolerate that kind of behavior. So, the quote that you mentioned came at the end of an extended, kind of interview, and I think Mike will continue to apologize. He is the candidate, not Diana. Every respect to her. And he will continue
people are going to
deal with this particular issue.
Is he ready for that if Elizabeth Warren or whoever else comes at him? Now, the next question.
I am sure he's ready.
As a final point, Mayor, is he actually is in the, he's not really in the race yet, technically, right, until he competes on Super Tuesday, which is very,
well, we're running, though.
Well, I understand that. We've seen all the ads. Coming up on Tuesday, March 3rd, all of those states, and a lot of them are big ones, 14, but big ones like California, Texas, North Carolina. Give me states. Which states will, not can, but which states will Mike Bloomberg win on Super Tuesday? He's going to need to actually win some states if he wants to put up a race against Bernie Sanders. Isn't that fair?
Sure. Well, Connell, I greatly appreciate your attempt to get me to start naming states, which is not going to happen. But we're going to do very, very well on Super Tuesday, as you well know, and I'm sure you all have reported numerous times. We've been up and running in all 14 of those states for some time. Mike has visited those states, some of them numerous times. I've been to 12, or will have been to 12 of the 14 by the end of this week myself. And so we expect to do very, very well.
But he can win multiple states, even if you don't name them? You think he can win multiple as opposed to compete?
We can win a number of states, and again, I won't go, on a state-by-state basis, but we feel very, very confident that we'll do very well on Super Tuesday, and then, of course, March 10th, the week after, and a number of other contests during the course of March. March is a critical time for us. There's no question about it, and even though we're not on the debate stage, we're on the debate stage, we're not on the ballot, in South Carolina. These things have a way of accumulating and starting to drive public opinion about what's really going on in the race. And so it's great for us to be on the stage prior to South Carolina, but really prior to Super Tuesday.
Okay, Mayor Nutter, good to see you, and thanks for coming on. Obviously, we'll watch tonight.